I feel like there's a lot of frequencies in the air that are artificial. And you bet it's because, well, yeah, of course, not only we have ground-based magnetic electrical appliances, I guess, like the cell phone, but Elon Musk has been continually stationing satellites that they plan on doing a huge grid. Pardon me. And if you can imagine, because I do, that like what they can do with it, they can definitely target people. We already know that they've already been uh, testing a lot of things, and this terrible subject matter. But why not? Since Mars is the ruler of war, you know, and the gruesomeness and just the physical world and man, Mars. It's aggression. It's um, the war game, I guess, and so that's in the world. And so I'm just I'm a Martian person, but I'm not. Well, I am. Well, you have to understand the fire thing. It's not a negative thing. To be say like, oh God, I got back myself in a corner now, and it's only minute 1:33. It's not per se a sick or negative thing to be. Now, at one point, you have to be aggressive. Well, really, to be aggressive isn't negative. To be violent is, like, say, for no reason at all. See, we have to start separating that out. You have to be aggressive, right? To make sure nobody fucks with you, right? Especially they say to be an aggressive driver. And to drive is a whole other verb that we have to look at. Like, what does that mean? It doesn't mean to just pretend like you're on a couch fearing the fucking fearing reality already, or the truth in reality. I mean, there it is, right there. It's coming at 90 miles an hour. Can you engage? And are you really freaking out? Most likely, a lot of people are. And you are not about to drive a race car at 255 miles an hour around the track for us, let alone make any kind of history doing that, uh, surviving a crash or whatever. But let's get back to how that war stance, even saying, well, now we have to definitely take this to um, see. I just got the flash up, and it doesn't work. It doesn't, by the way, and I've already explained in some other video. I don't know if I put up a string of videos. I'm wearing the same outfit, by the way, but it's only November 5th, and but I'm ahead. Like even when well, when Mars does square oppose um, Uranus, what I was talking about is the courthouse situation, how we are to um, go there and verify just under just looking at the math and doing the right math. They're all for it. It's just closed down. If you can imagine, this is what I just picked up on recently, is that there's a lot of activity going on, but do people really know there are people alive there? That's the bottom line. We've talked about it before in many videos, but we'll get more clear on this. It's the best thing we can do for humanity is just to say, by the way, do you notice the difference between the alive and the non-living? And you have to be careful because, well, rumor has it for sure. I mean, the alive is just as contagious, or even if not more so dangerous than the non-alive. This is according to who, dangerous to what, right? It's all relative, like, well, from where are we coming from, first of all? What side of the um, organism are you coming from? The part that is not awakened yet, that lives in fear, or the one that is awakened and dares to think out of the box a bit and say, wait a minute, well, um, how about we don't do any of that? Like really, like how many fucking things are we doing that we don't really need to do? Which is, I'm here to tell you a lot. It's like, hello world, is that you over there? My today's epiphany, which is actually November 5th. I'm going through hell, to tell you the truth. It's kind of coming up with a moon squaring. I keep having a square to my moon, and it's just I'm a humanitarian. Really, deep down, I have an emotional sense of oneness. But I was about to say boundaries. There is a common etiquette amongst human beings, just like there's a common etiquette amongst the non-human, which is what? Well, they really have a book. They go by a book a lot, and that's scary, because you have to shut up and have an experience and start engaging in real life, and you're going to be racking up some memory that way for sure. And you do not let anybody take control of that ability to start learning and getting the good stuff. But anyway, sorry I jumped away from subject matter. Just going through some personal stuff myself, and it's like, God, I have to come to terms with I guess for each and every individual it's like this, right? It's that nobody can really help. This is a very Aquarius thing to say, and this is the phenomena that's going to rise up more and more. You're going to see that why has society broken down? Why can we just see the contrast of people literally lying face down in the gutter, and then others kind of floating and not experiencing that for some reason? I say for some reason it's because it's like, wow, I happen to land within this shit pot called the world. I happen to have landed in a good spot compared to a lot of other people. And I don't mean that as, yeah, fucking, where's my toothpick? And I just keep on. And how I do it, I keep backstabbing and fucking pushing people away, and I'm doing for me. No, I'm humble. I've taken some steps in my life that is kind of, now if you look at it, it's like, wow, this has been this long for doing this now. Who has that history? There's a lot of extremes like that I can talk about. Living in the mountains is one. I never really got away from thinking, well, I'm here to just live in the mountains, and and then hopefully they keep the fish going. There was a big disruption with the drought, and we stopped fishing in the back. And of course, here comes a lot of other influences. And how do you think you make it clean out away like that? If you're somebody like me, like your family set you up with a cabin in the mountains and made an escape, but no. Let's get back to am I being beamed? Hell yeah, you are. Especially people that own real estate, um, or that live in these areas who are trying to do for themselves what you would think the intention is. They are living in intention. There is definitely a war on. Always, there has been a war on, like, oh, I almost said the Indian, but let's look at the farmer somebody who's unsuspecting, who actually thinks that whatever the fuck has set up, the way things they are now, like what I was about to say is America, and now we have this strangest shit happening. What is this? Has anybody ever asked? See, I'm getting beamed with fucking frequencies that isn't cool, and it's artificial. It's artificial. It's making me want to pop my ears. I saw a little display right here that says there's a wildfire around here. I'm like, what is this? But either that's like it's Martian, and I just wanted to say, like, check this out. When Mars gets closer and closer to Uranus, keep your eye out for. See, you can say basically that's an air influence with Mars is very vigorous. So a lot of astrologers point at plane crashes or something that has to do with the air. But really, now more intricate astrology, not much more intricate, says that. But Uranus is in Earth. It's in the planet of it's a rulership of Venus, Taurus, that deals with money, our money and other people's money. Now, I think of what has been manipulating the collective consciousness, and really just it's a dangerous situation with that. It's like, God, people have gotten so disoriented from reality that there's a superconductor that isn't. Let's talk about the Elon Musk thing. They do that because they can. And it's like, did you know, babe, that that's the name of your life? Can you do something here? Think out of the box and try and do something before you die. You know, try to do something better what these people are doing. I say practice love. Love is the higher vibrational frequency that people don't even fucking know. It's talk about a freak when you see it. Uh, Hard to really live here on this planet. And one of the things I wanted to close this up with, it was the opening of my day. It's kind of tough, my day, you know. Everybody has their own personal blah blah blah. But anyway, I wanted to say it's like well, welcome. You know, love is good luck here. God, I had something specific that I was gonna say in a few words about the epiphany of it, which I think our buddy over there hanging on the cross, or anybody else who's achieved in love, has to display for us. Um, it's not the world itself is not a result of love having made it here. That's the distraction. That's the like it's gone away. It's been misled. It's too hard. Love is too hard on a lot of people. The ego. Love is hard on the ego. It's hard on um, the mind. You know, it's that surrender that never is the collective going to move that quick in understanding. But we need that quickness to happen. There is a quickening that is happening, along with the quickening of. Was I talking about the ways to hello world out there once again? You know, if it's not just the Monday through Friday and then Sunday we to go to talk about something, it's something else to distract you called the world, and that's not a sign. See, if you, in fact you have that love and you are achieving it, it's the hardest thing because you're not free of the pain, but it's the right pain when you feel the things you do from having say I almost said sacrifice yourself, but really it is kind of like you're gonna go through some hard times here. The planet has a world in it that isn't built on love. Really, it's not. It's a really it's a scary one now when you know what it really is, and you compare it to what you see. As far as love achieved, babe, that's none of your business. You don't have any business with the world, right? If you did, then as love, then the world would be more like that. That what you know is like the simplified version of things. And why can't we just keep it simple? See, this is what the Uranus and Taurus. I was trying to talk about the Scorpio Mars. How that very likely that because it's tied into our money, for sure, it's pointing at some kind of aggressive, accidental thing, kind of really weird. It's really an opening for some strange, shocking development on the 21st of November. Here is when Mars opposes, is it kind of doing this crossing over, if you can imagine, as an opposition. It's something to study, but because it's an Scorpio Taurus vibration, to me it points at it's not so much aviation or air oriented, it's more money oriented. In the way that Mars is the war planet, and the way that it's Scorpio, it wants control. And with the Venus, with I'm sorry, it under rulership, Mars is under rulership of Pluto. And then we look at Pluto, which is doing a 40-day, like, for me it's squaring my Mercury, and I just have to let this last purging. It's like we need to communicate some things. You know, everybody needs to communicate. This is humanity speaking about somehow try to understand. First of all, you know, communication comes from not understanding, and so we need to communicate. So try to understand something first of all, that you're not alone in the stress that you feel, like the fear to change, the fear because you don't know what's there, how that you need to change something in order to have something new, and what is possible for you, what you need, you know, what God is looking out for you to have. You need to change. It's a letting go, and Pluto is the one teaching humanity something about that. That is okay. I'm a Plutonian person, and like a leader that would be the first one to say, "You guys, this could draw out for 20 years, or you can do this in 2 years, or you can do it in 20 months or 20 days, thank God we have kind of a current, on top of, babes, the magnetic electrical fields that they're surrounding us with, and you can feel them coming over. You can feel the artificial influence. See, otherwise we have a heavenly. I literally mean the planets and the plasmatic, the prayer that is escalating by people that know that this is what we need to do now. It's the only more powerful thing, like I said, as well. Love is the higher vibrational frequency that can do figure eights like I'm doing, trying to communicate to you now. Babes, um, there's through vibrational frequencies, hello Tesla, thank you very much, and I'm sure you didn't expect this, that your weapons would be used, your technology would be used as weaponry first, of course, and they do that with everything, seems like. What do you mean, Shauna? Well, because if that was true, Shauna, everything would be wiped out. I mean, well, everything is being wiped out, and so is a lot of human experience that we've once known. It's alarming. Like for people like me, it's like, okay, so the mental illness comes from, breaks down for a lot of people. I'm watching my cat go into the box over here. Uh, because, well, try not to break down because humanity is breaking down. It doesn't know certain things, and it's like, well, how do we hang on to it if nobody knows how to celebrate anything that are certain, uh, that holds something together? It's so fragmented now, and you know, if if you're somebody who can just immerse yourself and be oblivious to this kind of thing, and then good for you. We can almost admire you, babes, but really, we didn't come here to I almost said space out, but really is to pacify ourselves like you probably do. You're the last one to finally see that we're waiting for you. We don't wait for a politician to take care of our business for us. See, on my block, as far as I'm concerned, it's devastated, and I don't know how or when this will be exposed. Now, I'm just talking about human development. The ecology is inhospitable. I know that I seem unapproachable, but maybe it's because I've been affected by assholes. It's been hard for the last 3 years, let alone we are born into something here. If you haven't noticed, and I've been talking intensely about this, that is kind of like, it's like, and now this is where humanity is at. It's like, wait a minute, we cannot take this shit anymore. We just can't. Where is our, like, like the car insurance thing? Where's our car? I have paid now I'm near 50, and I have paid how many tens of thousands of dollars in car insurance, and I get what out of it? What? Tell me, what have you given me after all of that but just this satisfying a false sense of security? Really, you just want this money or else I go to jail. You're putting a gun in my face. Because if that fucking thing worked for me, I have a bad transmission and I have to figure out, oh fuck, do I want to spend money on the transmission or just sell my whole fucking entire lot and say, fuck it, get a new car and a bike and sit there and go, God, I wish I could find love. God, that's miserable. Can you fucking tell me some fucking life to live? Oh, hi, Christ. Is that you over there? Of course it is. That's the only life that you're supposed to live of dignity. Go out, young and beautiful. Just say, and you know what, you guys? You're forgiven. Why? Because you're stupid. That's just the way it goes. Like little kids, you're just forgiven because why? You're dumb. Stupid dumb. Nothing we can do. See, I go home. You? I don't know. I don't want to come back here. I'm not coming back. This is just entertainment, babes. If an artist doesn't express themselves, there's many mediums that we can do, and boy, what better place of just thinking that somebody is getting something good out of your anger and frustration and possibly addiction. Not really. There's a fine line with all of that, and that's where you'll see it's like, well, that's really bad taste right there. Well, getting back to the world and humanity out there, is there anything left? Of course there is. Shauna, will you please save yourself somehow? I'm wondering. I think, well, I thought I was saved. I thought this is it. I keep hearing everybody saying I have been doing it. We are being bombarded by fucking frequencies, especially in the rurals here. If you're any kind of sensitive, you'll feel it. It's really intense right now. I don't appreciate it. It's artificial. It's not. See, because we're supposed to be really, because of Pluto having moving forward this 40 days, and now it's moving forward. They're just gonna start bombarding more. It's just gonna amplify. What, Shauna? The counteractive measures that doesn't want humanity to wake up. And I'm not just talking like a crazy person next door. Babes, if you knew who my grandmother was and who my great grandparents were, who they would sit around. Do you understand? This living room used to fucking radiate for hours and hours with conversation. Not just because my grandmother was a Gemini rising with a Sagittarius sun, but she was just so like vibrant with the life of the times, the times we're in. She was a teacher that made her classroom read both of the books by the Aldous Huxley and George Orwell books, Brave New World, and what's the other one? Leave it up to you if you dare to respond, because it's true. It's just I don't have time. Um, the energy. Sometimes my patience, my skin is thin, and there are people you can tell immediately who are just there to. They don't know how to handle their shit. They don't make any kind of art of their own. They can't respect this kind of thing that dares to put it out publicly. And you can roll your eyes at it, but you know what? I don't care. I don't see that. You can dislike it, and I don't care. And I'm not gonna. That's not the thing I value. See, the thing that I'm learning, and this might be something that somebody can use hearing, that lose hearing over God, because I'm just in the middle of it, you guys, and I'm trying to do this. It's really hard because we are being bombarded, and it has amplified that people, if they're not doing a certain meditation every day, they won't be able to rise above that bombardment, let alone the difficulties that are just going to keep coming on. There's, I hate to get negative and foreboding and stuff, but let's talk about Saturn having moved forward in Pisces now. It went direct, and it's like it's just restarting this extremely difficult time of, well, Saturn was difficult in Pisces. Everybody has a subconscious mind, and so Saturn is going in there and trying to bring up this programming because it's in Pisces. It's very interesting. It's the only good thing about it is that because it's in Pisces, Saturn there. But how do you bring structure to water? How do you bring structure to this massive um, body that is, in fact, interconnected, intertwined? See, I just say, well, you just wait a bit. You live the process out. Saturn is here actually to help us now. We need to, see, I almost said now we have to sleep on this. Well, because it's Neptune ruled. Now, I didn't just say go and get in your bed, but that's what I would rather do. I've done a lot of work in my life. I'm getting older, and it's like, it's time we don't fucking abuse our bodies. We just don't. I don't. There is a system out there that wants you abusing your body. Your moral minds are shot because of that, and that allows you to abuse your body every day and ignore the stress and how, like, how bad is that going to get? See, I hear a society out there. I can hear very acutely vibrational frequencies, like what has been going on here. The thing is I never mentioned. I want to mention this now. Fucking minute 24. Jesus Christ. That where I live, how I can hear audiographic memory. I've been here a long time, and I'm listening to the wilderness, and then the level of noise of humanity coming in, and the vibration. Well, it has reached a notch at peak. I've been talking about this maybe year to year. It's like it's hit another fucking notch. Never has it reached this kind of massive amount of noise and just people that are restless. They're sick, and uh, they think they're going to keep up with blah, 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 or they're actually moving up here thinking that they belong up here. It's like, no, you don't have an intention to be up here. You have an intention to work your fear, I guess, which is interesting. What are you fearing? It's very important to know, well, what side of the fucking game are these people on, what team, because then you'll know what's the nature of their fear, what they fear, right? Or if there's fear at all there. Do they operate on fear, or is it just opening their eyes and looking and being more free to see, and that's responsibility, be responsible. And good luck to us all. We have everything we need here to survive and make it through any kind of emergency that might come up. But can we do it? Can we remember? Will I be able to do it? Of course, I think I'm far ahead of than a lot of people. But aside from foreboding and thinking, oh, the worst is going to happen, I was trying to tell you. I think I said all I need to say because I'm feeling it now. I'm realizing right now. It is. Well, I was trying to tell you about the frequency that the planet is so-called civilization. It's not really civilization, by the way. It's the most. It's a run. It's what I visualize as, well. That's what you can do with water. You can program it to go and not have a beautiful design. And so it's right now it's going like this, and I see it's like seems like every year I'm gonna get this fucking out here that I see, I hear, because I have audiographic memory. It's more than that. I'm an empath. I'm feeling the vibrational frequency. I live in the mountains here, and I'm going to stay with that. And I need to go I need to be taken up. I always think, who's going to save me? And I think I've already been saved. I just have to be brave. Get the fuck out of here. Lift up. Sell this place. Go to another continent. It's waiting. Something is waiting for me there. I'm not saying that to say. I'm not saying that as, oh, I have to escape myself. I don't know how to live. That's what a lot of people do. It's like, no, I think I was put here as like I need to just launch away from here. It's obvious. I don't have a family. A lot has just, I'm so amazingly alone. I'm so alone that it's like, and I feel the danger that I'm in, which is the inhospitable. Did I make this video already? I hope so. Human ecology. Just, we live, unfortunately, America is a massive, particularly the idea, whatever is saying America, thinking that's real, more real than just being people here and what's going on, like what is going on. Aware-icon. Can you be Awareicans instead of Americans? Be an Awerican. Can you be an Awerican? Be aware. That's more impressive than anything else, man. These people aren't even fucking human. They're fucking waving their flags around and they're bopping me on the head. I just tell them that is no sign of peace. Flag waving is no sign of peace. You fucking ignorant, fucking hollowed out, living dead, fucking asylum-oriented people. You live in a fucking insane asylum and I want out. I am not brave enough even to take myself to court and say, will you protect me, just by getting my side of the story now. I have been called upon many times now. And I think about it, it's like, well, look at my entire record. I've been called upon by these psychopaths saying that I'm doing wrong, defending myself. Particularly now, recently, trying to defend the environment that, in fact, I'm experiencing some weird things. It's like, I wonder if it's that an asshole, or I wonder if it's just me. Well, I guess we'll never know. I'm supposed to think it's just hereditary, or you're just getting old. It's like, no, actually, I think I was just exposed to a level of carcinogen here for the first time and ever. Getting back to the first time ever noise. Trying to wrap this up after 30 minutes. Woo! I have my little Shanghai devil star thing, whatever it is. I'm just kidding. It's just not what it looks like. It looks like water. The real design that they're trying to manifest here, what they're not going to show you, is more water-looking orientation. It's beautiful. Anyway, the level of the noise that reaches, it seems to be reaching a peak elevation. It's like it doesn't seem to go just a little bit. It's like, no, after that's like 10 years worth of fucking shit that should have developed over just one summer. People going like, no, we have a neighbor over here and some weird vibrations. Really, it's off in the distance. Nobody is going to sleep at fucking 2 in the morning, but you can also hear them shut down, like they are so exhausted, right? I can hear that too, that part of them too, but basically the noise that escalates and hits a top notch usually is stifled down and beat back by the heavy snows that can happen up here, and that might still be going on, as far as the way they could have been manipulating. They've been manipulating weather in such a way to make, first of all, they hold it back. They don't give you weather at all for, like, that's my experience for like 35 years. Then they set up all these fucking EMF wave things to make you anxiety, make you feel a certain way. And if you're not of the higher vibrational frequency that can even feel this stuff, you're going to really fall for it. You're going to be finding some way to press against it too, and you're going to feel like you're going to just, something going on. You don't know half of it, baby. You come here to meditate and hold a state of prayer and be on the side of calm. How do you like my other video? I guess I won't put that up until this is going to go up, and I'm making like 6 or 7 videos in one night here. Just going through something, going through realization. I hope other people can relate, that it's kind of quickening for us. It's just talk about, as well as the noise, it hits a top notch. The top notch of realization is going to be happening too. And there is where we're going to see, we have yet to see this disgusting. If humans can ever get disgusting, like if humanity, where it looks disgusting is where people will be just saying, no, you, like what I went through here, which is like, to tell you the truth, that is disgusting, that you would dump asphalt all over your mountain. I'm sorry, I'm going back to that, but that's an example. It's just, here it is right in front of my face, so I could not stay silent. I had to say something. I had the right to protest, and then what do I get? The bullies. Basically, if they could, they would have, and I still think it's open. Babe, this is all your life that it's open. When are you going to go to court and say, I just need to make a report on the fact that I have actually been reported on? First of all, pull it up, and now let's look. These people get away with punishing people like me who just speak up a little bit and say, by the way, you're sick doing that. You are sick doing what you did. That's what I was saying. They are sick doing that. Aren't they? Somehow in the higher courts law, look at it. No, yeah, if we're having a humanitarian issue and we really need to simmer down on pollutions and stuff, and especially around here, and to save the watershed areas and stuff, we need to start. And I've seen movements saying, well, yeah, this is what we need to start doing. And it's like, good luck with that, because you need to start being more present with the soil and everything, and creating an ecology, not only of the land that is hospitable, but what about the people? The people are so inhospitable, and you have to take that to court and say, please, I feel like I'm in danger. Is there something that you can protect me with? Because when it's time to protect myself, that's when I'm most just fucking pummeled, right? It's because they don't know how to just, it's time to relax. It's not time to go and take the deal from the asphalt company. I mean, when I say relax, you stupid assholes that are running for money, do you even know how that that particular life needs to simmer down into being more organic and real? Like, say, who do you work for, and who do you give your money to? Boy, is that out the door and done, over with. Nobody has control now. You are